Yeah.
Yeah.
Consequences and possible solutions. What are some consequences if human activities that influence ocean acidification remain unchecked? Ocean acidification can damage coral reefs and make it harder for shellfish and marine animals to survive. This can affect ocean ecosystem and reduce fish population. People depend on it. It can also disrupt the food chain, making it hard for some species to find food and survive, which might hurt fishing industries and coastal. What are some drawbacks to minimizing the human activities that leads to ocean acidification? Reducing population and fossil fuel use may cause money and require change in industries and transport. Some machines may take time to adapt to clear energy. In addition, governments and companies may need to spend more money on new technology and cleaner systems, which can take time and fully develop. What we can do to prevent ocean acidification? We can reduce carbon dioxide emission by using clean energy and less fossil fuel. Protecting ocean habitats and reducing population can also help by saving energy, recycling, and supporting laws or programs that protect ocean and reduce harmful emissions.
That's it. And go.
What is acidicity? Acidicity chemistry is a constant chemistry science, impacting a vast area of technical applications from mineral science and microfluidics to biotechnology and environmental management. What is ocean acidification and why is it happening? Ocean acidification refers to the long-term reduction in seawater pH, making the ocean more acidic. This occurs when CO2 form the atmosphere's dissolves in seawater, forming carbonic acid H2CO3. The primary driver of ocean acidity is human-induced CO2 emissions. Since the Industrial Revolution, activities such as burning fossil fuels and industrial processes have released large amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere. The oceans absorb about 1/4 to 1/3 of this CO2, which triggers the chemical reaction that lowers pH. But what is the chemical equation? A chemical equation is a symbolic representation of a chemical reaction showing reactions, products, and the directions of the reactions. What does ocean acidification matter? Why does ocean acidification matter? Ocean acidification matters because it disrupts marine ecosystem. There is acidification impacts human food society and local
That's it?
What kind of impacts are occurring in the ocean? The kind of impacts that are occurring in the ocean due to acidification are ocean acidification is already impacting many ocean species, especially organisms like oysters and corals that make hard shells and skeletons by combining calcium and carbonate from seawater. However, as acidification increases, available pH gets too low and shells and skeletons can even begin to dissolve. What are some drawbacks to minimizing human activities that lead to ocean acidification? Some drawbacks to minimizing human activities that lead ocean acidification are reducing meat consumption, especially beef, helps lower carbon emissions from livestock farming. People would have to choose locally sourced seasonal produce to minimize transportation emissions. In turn, people would have to change their diets and lifestyles. What can we do to prevent ocean acidification? We can prevent ocean acidification by transitioning to renewable energy, like wind-powered energy or water-powered energy sources, as well as electric vehicles and less power consumption. Lastly, we can restore wetlands and swamps.
Somebody come in, cause tell me why. Alright, you guys, do you see the color change when you use universal indicator? When you add carbon dioxide, that's the salt, the dry ice. What happens to the water? Look at the universal indicator. What color does it become? What is that?
It becomes
Like a 6, right? So if it's pH.
From blue to green, yellow, brown to blue change color when the pH changes. The color change shows that the pH becomes lower, which means the solution becomes more acidic. The gas released from dry ice is carbon dioxide, CO2. Dry ice is the solid from the carbon dioxide gas. When carbon dioxide dissolves in water, it forms carbon acid, which makes the water more acid. This experiment models what is happening in the ocean because extra carbon dioxide in the atmosphere dissolves into ocean water and forms acid. This lowers the ocean's pH, causing ocean acidification. The color change in the experiment helps show how increasing carbon dioxide makes water more acid, just like in Earth's oceans.